Next is an interview with Goerge Jobal from the show Iron Brides.
We actually interviewed him last month to promote Iron Brides in 2008, and
he was very interesting. He told us a lot about the show. He told us where the show is going, which it will be national soon, but for now he's going state by state. Here comes the Iron Brides video clip.
And the show is actually posted on YouTube for the viewers to watch. So why did you actually use YouTube the way that you did?
Well, the show, the actual episodes of the shows will be on our website, which is ironbrides.tv, but we used YouTube as a way to kind of publicly put out there the auditions of the girls that wanted to compete and the hosts that wanted to compete. And what YouTube did is, one, it helps generate some buzz around the show. Two, it helps to develop some audience. And three, it gives us a sense of what our fans, the people that are actually watching the show, what they like in someone. Some of these women got amazing amounts of traffic, and some of them it was like, you know, a yawn. I mean, they just didn't get any traffic at all. And so we were, you know, we were watching. We wanted to see who was getting the traffic to kind of give us some clue as well.
So as far as the host, what do you need to be to actually be on the show to be a host? Like, do you want people who are funny? Do you want people who are going to be emotional towards the brides? What type of personality do you want for the host?
It is reality television. So in the brides in particular, we're looking for women who will be themselves all the time. With the hosts, we're looking for people who can take directions well, who can be very spontaneous. We give them some information. Look, we're setting up a scene and the brides are behind you. We want you to stand in the doorway, introduce what's going on in the scene, and then motion the people to come back and take a look at what you're seeing. So we're looking for folks who have a little bit of acting ability, a little bit of savoir-faire, and we're always looking for local people. The show is very much surrounding local people. The show will, it starts first, went first to New Hampshire, we'll go to Boston, then it's going to go to Providence, then to Hartford, then either to the Hamptons or to Newark, somewhere in that general direction. So we're always wanting to use local people as we go. That's one of the interesting concepts of the show, is that it's made up of your friends and your neighbors, your brothers and sisters, maybe even your mom, who knows, because it's a bride of any age. But they're local people always in the show. So the hosts change from season to season, and the competitors change, of course, from season to season.
Now, you've already shot season 1, and
in process shooting, yes.
In the process of shooting season 1, I'm sorry. Are there any surprises to look for in season 2?
You know, I am just very much a fun person. The girls never have any clue what's happening to them next, and that's on purpose. We want to see their reactions. We want to see their surprise. We have things lined up for these girls that they would probably never otherwise do without our intervention in their life. And I've been surprised by the girls in how much they have opened up their lives to the camera. I mean, they've talked about in New Hampshire, they have talked about you know, missing their parents. One girl, you know, her dad was dead and he was her confidant, and she just missed him terribly. Another lost a mother. Another talks about, you know, not being able to control her credit card. And you know, another one talks about some really dark sides of her life in the past. And this is the second weekend taping. And the first weekend it just kind of streamed right out. This is the second weekend taping. We're learning more as we go. And it's just amazed me how much they've opened up and how cleansing it is for them to be able to be in this group of women and be safe, admittedly with Big Brother, the cameras, but to feel safe to talk about it. And they've just, it surprised me how well they're getting along. You know, a lot of people think that reality TV is and it's got a well-deserved bad reputation. Most reality TV, there's, you know, fur on the ground and blood on the walls. But we're not trying to do that. We're trying to do kind of a more gentle, empathy, you know, a show with empathy and help nurture the girls. This is a show about personal best for these women to be able to break through their own glass ceiling. I'll give you an example out of my own life. About 4 years ago, I had a client who was a motivational speaker. want to bring me to this event where they were walking on hot coals. I mean, they walked on hot coals. And I went there, and he said, the whole idea behind this is so you believe you can. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, those hot coals, yeah, they're thinking they can more than me. Well, there was about 120 people there, and I was the last person to go. I was scared witless. I didn't want to walk on the coals. But you know what I did? And now I have a much different attitude about life because I walked on those hot coals. I went 40 feet on red hot coals, and I came out unscathed. And we're hoping to have those same aha moments with these brides, to be able to experience the things that we throw at them and then realize they really can do anything if they set their mind to.
Well, it's probably going to be a really tough decision, but how do you decide who wins?
Well, that's a very good question. Every time we get the brides together, not every day, but every period that we assemble them over a weekend or whatever, there are competitions for the girls where the things that they're doing are actually being measured, either subjectively or objectively. I'll give you an example. We took them to a pastry shop, and the owners of the pastry shop talked to them about how to decorate a cake. And then we just threw the tools in front of them and said, okay, here you go. You got an hour, here's a cake, here are the tools, go to it. And so they were rated on how well they could do on this cake. And we tested that, we measured it, and they were assigned points. So there'll be these series of events and skill testing sort of things that we present to the girls. Not only are they rated by the presenter, but they also rate each other. So they have to have this visual perception of what's going on around them that really is one of the hallmarks of a successful person. So they're all ranked with points. And then toward the last 3 or 4 days of the show, a judge will be sitting on set the whole time. He have the benefit of all the points. You have 3 or 4 days benefit of observing the brides, and he'll make a decision. But the audience, after hearing their decision and our decision, will still be given the opportunity to outrank, if you will, or outweigh what the judge has to say.
And now we have some clips from Iron Brides, so you guys check them out, and I hope you like it.
Attention! Fall in! You think this is some sort of game? You chess, checkers, Yahtzee? This is not a game. They're going to rename this show Iron Brides because I am eyeing you right now, and I don't think you have what it takes. I did 2 tours with Liz Taylor. You don't come back the same man after that. You ever seen a man killed with a stiletto heel when the bride can't walk down the aisle right, have you?
Sir, no, sir.
Neither have I. All right, let's see what you got. Sound off.
1, 2.
Louder.
3, 4. I am an iron bride. The show director's pride. It's gonna be fun because I'm the one. I am an iron bride.
March.
Make it look like sand, but I want very beachy, starfish.
Awesome.
But I'm really glad that of all the decorating, frosting pieces that I got the springtime one.
Well,
because
you
this
look
is
like a pro.
totally me.
You look like a pro. I'm gonna let you keep
Thank
decorating.
you, Jill.
Action.
Good evening, ladies. My name is John Dye. I'm going to be your trainer for the next 13. Don't laugh yet. You're going to laugh later.
I'll cry, actually.
So I expect you guys to give me 110% and give it to me all the time. You want to quit? You can't quit until I let you quit. All right? So I'm going to teach you how. I'm going to teach you about nutrition. I'm going to teach you about how your muscle is built. Teach you about toning. Teach you about endurance, teach you about stamina, and teaching you most of all is how to feel good about yourself from the inside out. It's about feeling good. You know, like my clients who are single women who have to carry a bag of groceries up a couple flight of stairs. It's hard for a lot of them. They get to the top of the stairs and they got to stop 3, 4 times on the way up, drop the bags and they're panting, holding onto the door. We all know how to work out and throw weights around and just get erratic, and that's how people injure themselves. You're going to be warming up and not train cold muscles. But again, the main thing I want you guys to focus on is why you're doing that.